you guys remember the Brady Bunch show? I know I'm dating myself, but I don't have a young audience. We're all old in my audience. Well, there was a constant theme that ran throughout that series. Every episode. Kid gets in trouble. Kid makes a mistake. The parents come to pick him up. He learns a lesson. And at the end of the show, Alice gets free meat from Sam. Both literally and figuratively. That was the whole theme. Every show was the same way. Maybe it was Jan, maybe it was Greg, maybe it was Sydney, but each kid would eventually learn a lesson. But they kept it going, and one of the reasons they kept it going is they would change it up from time to time. So for example, they would go off location. Do you remember when they went to the Grand Canyon? And Bobby got lost and he found an Indian boy? I don't think that's politically correct. Back in 1970, they did call him an Indian boy. These days, it's a Native American. I'm sorry. I'm just repeating what those racists were saying who are culturally appropriating. That's not me. I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But remember that time they went to Hawaii and Greg got the tiki and, he got all that bad luck? Again, cultural appropriation. Not me. I'm just repeating that. But the point I'm making is they would have the same theme, but they would change locations to give it excitement. So they would, Hawaii, Arizona. But me, I'm doing this show, and my theme never changes. It's always the same. Go get wood. Go chop wood. Go haul wood. Go burn wood. It's the same stuff over and over again. And I'm like, I got to find something different to do. But you know what? It doesn't change because this is what I do. This is my life. So I've essentially typecast my show, and I'm really sorry about that. However, this week was going to be different. You know why this week was going to be different? Because I was going to go to my friend's place and bring him wood. You see, a few weeks ago, my buddy said, hey, I don't have any wood for the year. Can you bring me up some wood? I'm like, absolutely. I'm going to change location. So it's going to be the same theme of the show, but just a different location. I was going to pull some logs that I've got up against the hills off the driveway. It was going to be really cool. Be dragging the logs off, chopping them up, bringing them over to his place, the new location, and it was going to be spectacular. Then he posts on Facebook. He doesn't tell me. Sorry, Tom, I'm calling you out on this. He posts on Facebook, look at all the wood I got. I'm like, I'm coming up this weekend to bring you wood. And he's like, so we got it from someone else. He doesn't need my wood. Now, from an economic standpoint, I don't mind that because I got use for that wood. I need that wood. I'm running low on wood already. But it just hurt for the show. So now I can't go off location. I'm back here again. Whew, that was a long rant. Point being is that's what today's show is going to be about, me gathering wood. But right now what I need to do is I need to clean out this barn so I can stack more wood into this side of the barn. So while I start working on this, I actually cut a maple the other day. Why don't you take a look at that, and you'll be back in a second. I'll be back in a second. We'll both meet in the middle, which is going to be right here. Oh, my back. I shouldn't be fucking jumping up and down. What am I doing? Okay. Let's go. Well, today's just kind of a lazy day. I really wanted to just sit on the couch and watch TV, but I couldn't do that. But at the same time, I didn't want to do anything where I really had to think about things. I just wanted to kind of go into my own little man cave, which is 65 acres. So I'm just going to cut some wood, mindlessly cut some wood, mindlessly chop some wood, and just make it a lazy Sunday. And at $3 a gallon for propane right now, it's not unjustified. I can justify why I'm doing this today. So let's cut some wood. So what I've done is I've added a new row of pallets here so that I can lay down some more wood. Doesn't that sound naughty? And be able to start curing a little bit more wood before winter comes and really hits. Before moving on to my next chore, I want to talk about this whole Brady Bunch thing because it really gets me. And even at 7 years old when I was watching the reruns on Channel 5, it used to piss me off because it made no sense. So yeah, let's start off with the whole family structure of things. You've got a man and a woman. You don't know if they're divorced or widowers. It's the 70s, so you're assuming they're widowers, but in reality they're probably divorced. She's got 3 girls, he's got 3 boys. They each have an oldest kid who's in high school, a middle kid who's in junior high, and a younger kid that's in elementary school. Perfect fit, right? He's an architect. How the fuck can an architect afford a living maid? I can't even afford someone to come in and clean, and I'm doing better than an architect. What the hell is up with that? I mean, architects are good money, but it's not living maid money. How the hell is he affording that? And what the hell is she doing, the wife? I mean, I can understand. If she was an octo-mom and she had 8 infants or 6 infants all around, okay, they might need some help with a living maid. They got 2 high school kids. You know what? Those kids come home early. They can take care of the kids. The older kids can take care of the younger kids. What the hell do they need Alice for? Hey, don't get me wrong. Alice added comic relief, but from a practical standpoint, she absolutely added nothing. Again, she used to get it from Sam. Sam was probably the best character because we never fucking saw the guy. Holy shit. It's just ridiculous. You know, you see that and you grow up, and I'm just like, Mom, why don't we have a living maid? I think we should have a living maid. Remember Hazel? Remember Hazel from that 50s show? Another living maid. I don't know what he did. I don't even remember the show, but all I remember was they could afford a living maid, and I couldn't afford a living maid. My parents were working 2 jobs. Each one was working another job. My mom would work 2 jobs during the summer to send us to camp, and I'm just like, I know my parents are doing better than they are, but we don't have a living maid. You know, I think that's a lot of where my anxiety comes from. Why I'm getting so upset was because I'm touching a raw nerve that I should have worked out on the psychiatrist chair, but my parents could not only afford a living maid, they couldn't even afford me a psychiatrist. You know, and we call the newer generation snowflakes. I mean, I guess I'm a snowflake being the way I'm complaining. Anyway, I've just rambled. I have 2 rambles today. Okay, I'm going to get back to work here. Come on, see what I'm going to be doing here. Well, that's all for today. Let me get in the light so you can see me here. Did a pretty good job on this. Still got a lot more work to do, a lot more work around the house, but I rambled way too long today. Although it was positive. You know, I mean, that whole thing with the Brady Bunch, it did bother me for some time since I was a little kid. And to get that off my chest, I mean, it's been living with me now for 45 years. I'm 52, and I've started watching the Brady Bunch at 7. So to get that off my chest, I mean, I'm a better person right now than when I was when I woke up this morning. So I appreciate you listening to that. I mean, it would have been better had I gone to a psychiatrist at a younger age, but my parents couldn't afford a maid, or they couldn't afford a psychiatrist. So instead, I now have to yell at a camera at 52 years old. Dad, I know this why you're watching this. You know I'm just joking. Don't beat yourself up over this. I love both you and your mom. You and my mom. Not you and your mom. I love your mom too, but I love both you guys. Oh my God, I'm screwing this up. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Preferably on YouTube. I like YouTube better when people subscribe, but everyone seems to watch us on Facebook. Either way, as long as I'm getting this content out, it makes me feel better. I'm going to take off now. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, make sure you comment. Comments help the algorithm too. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.